it is now time for me to speak to the husband and the wife, Medj Clay and his wife Beryl. Huh? Moto couple.
Thank you.
Looking so smart, huh? Looking lovely.
Just Jesus.
Just Jesus. Wonderful. What you say that you need decoded is communication.
Yes.
But so that we can break it down, one of the things that is affecting your communication has been emotional instability.
I get you.
Emotional instability. So I want us to do an exercise over here. So there's a bucket with some soda inside. So I'll ask you to hold the bucket.
Okay.
And then Medj Clay, take the soda from inside. I want you to shake it up. Shake that soda up. Shake it up. Na hiyo nguvu yako yote. Awesome. Now I want you to open up that soda.
Okay.
In the bucket.
Careful. Careful.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at the mess that it's made. It's actually spilled over, right?
Sure, sure.
Okay. Now I want Medj Clay hold the bucket. Now it is time for you, Beryl. Open up that soda without shaking it. Don't shake it. Just open it up. In the bucket. Has it spilled over?
Not
Do
really.
you see any mess?
No.
Yes. That is the same thing that I want you to learn when it comes to emotions. You see, the first one is when things are shaken up in your mind and things are hot.
Yeah.
You are
Yes.
angry. And if you, let me have that. Thank you so much. And if you try to talk when things are hot, that's what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Mess. You're going to spill things and you're going to say things that you will end up regretting. But if you wait until you calm down for you to open up your mouth the same way like you did, then things are going to be calm. Now that is a specific message for you, Beryl, because you say that you are impatient. You're like, now.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Yes, so if you open up that mouth, if you open up yourself when things are hot, that's what's going to happen. The mess, things are going to blow up. And he actually admitted that you say that he has the hottest temper between the both of you. He actually admitted that, yeah, I got anger issues, man. I got anger issues. So we need to realize that anger is a normal human emotion. What you do with your anger is what is very important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it is important when you're feeling angry, you step away. You step away. Stepping away doesn't mean that you never address the issue. It just means you calm down. You calm down first, and then you open up your mouth and actually begin to speak. So not ignoring the issue, but having a conversation. Having a conversation. Now, Beryl, I want you to tell Medj Clay how it felt that day when he slapped you.
Actually, I was so disappointed, my husband. I was so disappointed. It was against one of our visions and belief systems. But I later on realized that I was the cause. And I thank God we were able to walk through it. And I also love you. I love you so much.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. And Medj Clay, she mentioned that you stopped, and you stopped slapping her. You have never slapped her since. Eh? Yeah. Why did you stop? Because men are watching this, and they need to learn. Why did you stop?
I think slapping doesn't mean you are strong. It means you are a weak man. It means you can't address an issue. It means you are trying to go through the shortcuts, and it just demoralizes you as a man. And I think it's not the best way to solve an issue. There are many ways of killing a rat, and that's not the best way.
That's not the best way.
Yes.
Yes, yes. It is important. And I just want you to correct you, Beryl. You said, I was the cause.
Yeah.
Beating a woman is inexcusable.
Yes.
No matter what you say, no matter
Sure.
what you do, a man should never hit a woman, and neither should a woman hurt a man. It is
Sure.
it's unacceptable.
Yeah. When I see something that I don't like nowadays, I speak contrary to it.
Yes.
I speak a blessing to it. I speak something that will give life instead.
Exactly, and that is very, very important.
Yeah.
What it is that you've now chosen to do is not to overreact, but to respond.
Yes.
There's a difference, because reacting is a consequence of what has been done to you. Response is, I choose what I'm going to do from now henceforth, and I'm in control
Yes.
because I'm seeking for the best thing for my marriage.
Sure.
Because you ask yourself, when you're saying those things, were you getting the results
It
that you
doesn't
wanted?
help.
Yes.
It hurts me at
Yes.
the end. It hurts him. And also, it is just unwise. Yani, when I begin to soul search, I'm like, this is not wise. I am smarter than this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because Men tend to have a lot of physical power. That's our ammunition. But
Sure.
women, your power is in terms of your words.
Yeah.
There's some words that women can tell a man. You know, the man just go like, hey, yep.
better go and
Basically,
tell them
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing that actually realize that. Now, medically, another thing that you need to work on is your identity.
Yes.
Because see, you mentioned about your upbringing, and she actually even identified that your upbringing, you know. So if you don't work on that, if you don't address that, then it's going to affect you and how you relate with yourself,
Yeah.
how you relate with your wife, and even your children. Do you sometimes get scared that you might end up being like your father to your children?
No, I've never, because I have tried to look at myself, assess myself, and what I always try is, I try so much to fight it. And I said it will never happen to me. And that fear of maybe me losing my marriage or becoming like my kids going that way, it has never come my mind.
Yes.
I'm always saying the last option will be to quit. That will be the last option.
Yes.
Never quit, never quit, never quit.
Never quit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, you need to have a vision for yourself as a man. And I'm glad that I actually decided, you know what, I had a bad example when I was growing up, and I choose to be this kind of a man.
Sure.
Because let me tell you something. Anyone who's out there, once you reach the age of 18 years old, it doesn't matter your upbringing. You decide what kind of a man or woman you're going to be.
Sure.
Whether your upbringing was good or bad, you choose. You choose the kind of man or woman you're going to be. If you want to really make your spouse do better, seek to appreciate your spouse.
Yeah.
Seek to tell your spouse wonderful things. Notice the wonderful things that they do. Then even as you bring about mentioning to them what they need to improve on. So please, appreciation is key. It is very, very key. That is how you influence your spouse to be better. And you have to just work on that. And even when you talk about what happened in the past, in saying sorry, I'm sorry I did that.
Yeah.
It is very, very important to just apologize to each other, like I'm sorry that I hurt you. Even as you appreciate, say sorry. And lastly, public display and private display of affection. Touch each other, hold each other's hands, you know, hug
Like
each
now,
other.
you
Yes,
need to
like
hug.
that, yes.
We need to start.
They say it's not here.
Now, doing things like that,
Yeah.
it enhances communication
Yeah.
because it makes you relax in each other's presence and you enjoy each other's company.
Sure.
So if you follow those kind of elements in your marriage, you will notice that your communication is going to be better. It's going to be
Yeah.
better. You keep on just working on it. And as I've actually said, you customize your love for yourselves. You customize. She mentioned that her love language is gifts. So anataka mazawadi unampania hapo na pale.
Yeah, he does.
He does that,
He's
yes.
good at it.
Yes. And
Even these ones. But don't.
the shoes, eh?
I wasn't supposed to say that.
Yes. The shoes
but it's
are
okay.
part of the gift that he
Yeah.
gave you. Eh? Okay. And even now, for her, she mentioned that your love language is affirmation. That speaking those words of love and affirmation are very, very important
Yeah.
to you.
Like when I was jobless, you'll come and tell me, I know you are a great man.
Yes.
You have a great future.
Yes.
I see a millionaire in you. This is not who you are.
Yes.
I know you are going far. And I'll say, okay. So if she still believes in me.
Yes.
Then I can keep on pushing on.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. So discover your partner's love language. How does your partner want to be communicated to that I love you? Find out that and customize and package your love for your partner. And on this note, I just want you, magically, how do you call your wife, by the way?
My pretty petal.
Your what?
Pretty petal.
Pretty
Yeah,
petal. Okay. And for you, Beryl, how do you call him?
I call him my superhero. If
Your
you look at my
superhero.
phone, that's what I've saved.
Okay,
his name.
okay. So now I want you to hold both hands of your pretty petal. And I want you to apologize for anything that you've done wrong, appreciate her for who she is, and you commit to her what you're going to do better as from now on.
Exactly. So, my wife, you are the best girl of my life.
Thank you.
I love you so much. You are the only one who can manage me. You have seen my weakness, my strength, and I know you are the best of all.
Thank you.
And I know I've gone wrong in many issues. I've wronged you here and there, slapped you, hurled insult on you, but you still forgive me.
Yeah.
So if there are other things I've done, I've not mentioned here, just find a place and forgive me. Let us grow together, let's raise our kids. I wish to see your hair now white. Ile cheuku ile now. Now when you're in your 80s
Oh my God.
and your skin wrinkled and we are seeing our grandkids. I want us to stay together for that far, not
Okay.
just, because this marriage is forever and a day.
Amen.
I love you so much.
Yeah.
It's
Glory to
beautiful,
Jesus.
beautiful. And now for you, Beryl, what are you going to tell your superhero? Anything that you want to appreciate him for, you want to apologize for, or you're committing to us from today?
My superhero. I've always known you are a fighter. You always fight. You are resilient. I respect your strength, that you submit your strength to your wife. You are so humble. I also want to say that as we continue to grow, I would love to be your motivator, your influence, and not somebody who brings you down, your demeanor, your critic. That is not my role. I pray as Jesus continue to give us life and health, we'll advance in our marriage and will become also an influence and an inspiration to others, to our children. And I've forgiven you. I've always loved you and will continue to love you.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen it for yourself. Love still exists in our generation. This is a real couple. 10 years, about 10 years together. And so when it comes to matters of communication, it is possible for you as a couple to work things out if only you listen to each other and value each other. This issue has been decoded.